2007, I believe, at the knitting factory. It was a Veil and Smoke or Fire. I know like people don't really view those as like the typical like first hardcore band shows to go to, but it was like nothing I ever seen before that. I was used to going to like metal shows and arenas. So like when my cousin took me to the show, I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and like a Veil came out, they busted out with the first song. It was like everyone climbing on top of everybody, and like you're a little kid seeing that, it's gonna make like a huge lasting impression in them, and it did. I got two right off the top of my head. I got Killing Time at CB's, and then probably Alone in the Crowd at the Anthrax, because Alone in the Crowd is like, they put out one of my favorite records ever, so. There's a venue on Staten Island called Dock Street, and that's where everyone was at every weekend. Like if there was a show going on Staten Island, it was at Dock Street, and I missed the fuck out of that place. This question always gets me when I watch the videos, because it's like, I don't know, my friends are funny to me, you know, but probably the people who make me laugh the most when I see them play are probably Paul Bearer and Ezek. Damn, of course, there's like, I feel like every band that's doing it and doing it genuinely, and you could tell that it's genuine, you know, like, they don't have to be the best band ever. Of course, they're always gonna be worth mentioning, but as far as bands that I'm like super duper into right now, there's this band called Deflect from Florida. They're basically like, they sound like old era of Integrity. It's sick. Maniac from Massachusetts. Mind Force from Hudson Valley. Human Garbage from California. And this band No Time from Pittsburgh that just played the Sheer Terror show the other night. They're like just a mean ass oi band. It's so good. Uniform Choice, Straight and Alert, Minor Threat, Straight Edge, and then Youth of Today, Thinking Straight. We're gonna put all the three straight songs, the songs with straight all in them. I've had so many over the years, because my bands have always been like changing, but definitely the first one that always, when I first started singing for a hardcore band, I always loved the way that John Joseph sang like Age of Quarrel was one of the first hardcore records I ever picked up, so right off the bat I just loved how crazy it was. But so John Joseph, I love how Paul Bearer never gave a fuck about anything, and I think that's what more people should do, not give a fuck about anything. And in unpopular opinion, Dwid from Integrity. The first time I ever saw Gorilla Biscuits, and it was like so overdue, because that's one of my favorite bands ever. When I saw them at the Bowl, like it was so packed in, and it was like almost to the point where like you couldn't breathe, and like not only did you want to get up on stage, but it's like you had to in order to like, you know, get a breath of air. But it was like one of those moments where that show I'll never forget, seeing Gorilla Biscuits for the first time. Well, this is gonna sound biased because I'm in like 4 Staten Island hardcore bands, but I'm gonna leave those out. But Staten Island as a whole like gets overlooked for hardcore music in general, but for me personally, like the band CR was a band in the 90s, and they influenced my band Vice like heavily, and I feel like, you know, they just got overlooked straight up from being from the borough that we're from. We're just an overlooked borough for hardcore. We never get the respect that we deserve. I mean, it sucks, but I mean, that's just the way it is. Well, I am the youth, so there's a lot of fraudulent shit that's going on in hardcore music, especially on the internet. The best thing that I could say to people who are in my age group or younger is try to stay off the internet and not be influenced by what these new kids are bringing in, trying to pass off as hardcore music, and do what you want to do and say what you want, and don't be afraid, because hardcore music is about doing whatever you want.